Hi, everyone. It's Bobbie again from Codes to Reality, here to help humanity shift reawaken their right brain at the moment and balance themselves so that we can start to learn to create something new. What I'm about is I'm a seer. I see into different dimensions, seen beings come to me, extraterrestrials, interdimensionals, elementals, you name it. I've had it come and give me their interpretation of their reality so they can infuse it into mine and bring my awareness. And I've always focused my awareness and these messages that I get to history of mankind and potential of humanity are the two main topics. So most of this is about potential of humanity now, because we need to really start waking up that right brain of ours and bringing that balance back to ourselves to be able to create something brand new. So I've really organized this a bit better this time because I'm new to these live shows. I'm doing four parts. I've got the energy of the day, and then I'll go on to any channeled messages or dreams. And then there's a couple of questions that some people have been asking me on Facebook, so I'm going to bring them forward. And also a game that I have, that activation game of telekinesis, this one. And I'll try to bring in some new games as I go along as well. So it just gives us something to work with through the day. So the energy of the day. Today feels like it's kind of like a clearing and like a cocoon kind of a day, where the last couple of days you might have had some ups and downs happening in your life and some real major clearings. And then today just feels like okay, I get it now. I just got to come back to being in the moment, living in the moment, and just staying centered more and just trusting that the universe is going to support me, and you watch, it will start supporting you. So instead of holding on to those issues and those problems that are coming up to clear, we're going, okay, now we can relax today and just enjoy. And it's a really good activation day for the right brain. So inspirations that you get for doing puzzles and art and gardening, dancing, anything that's very right brain, creativity, if you're a builder, if you're outside and you want to get out and, create something with some wood or whatever it is that you're really into, tinker with your car and stuff like that, that's still right brain activation. You've got left brain coming into it. You've always got a bit of both anyway. It doesn't matter. But we want to start allowing our experience to be balanced with not just surviving. And left brain logical just wants us to survive all the time. It doesn't realize that the universe can support us because it has its connection to the universe and the multi dimensions and God source itself and love is through the right brain. It needs that, and then it brings it through and creates the reality that we have now. So we need both. We need both. Anyway, that's the energy that I felt was today. Channel message was a dream that I had last night, and sometimes in my dreams I'll be just chatting away to someone. It would be about anything, and then I get this. I start talking to them as if I know what's going to happen next. And this person in my dream I think they were a bit upset. I can only feel into it now. I can't remember exactly what they were saying, but they were kind of like, oh, this is going to happen. It was something future that was going to happen. And I just turned around, whether it's my wise self or benevolent being coming through me in my dream, but I just turned around and started speaking, and I remember what I said. And I said that over the next month or two, this is all about self-love and self-awareness, self-support. So when I say self, I don't just mean my body. When I say self, I mean everything that is around us at this moment. That the back screen is part of me, the tree is part of me, everything in this moment. If I walk down the street and a stranger comes past me, that stranger is part of me. So everything in my immediate surrounding is part of me. If you turn on a TV, you're bringing that energy into you to be part of you as well. So that's why I watch what I'm watching. I don't watch the news because I don't want somebody else to be programming my reality anymore. I want to take the reins of my reality myself and step into that. So that's what that's about. And it's really about self-supporting you, you know, who you are and where you are at the moment for the next month or two. A very lay low kind of a feeling that I get. And you might get stuff that'll come up in your reality that you need to clear, and it could be from old past stuff, and it's something that's repeated. And whenever that happens, this is a fantastic opportunity to really clear it for good, because the energy at the moment is bringing all of that reality, truth of those old programs, old paradigms. The delusional veil is really coming away now, and we are now stepping into absolute truth, authentic self, and authentic truth of who we are. So I said to him the next month or two, and then I said to him after that was going to be all about guidance. No, not guidance. Sorry. Unity. So bringing in a lot of more people that are in the same vibration as you're starting to clear, they're starting to clear, and we're starting to really see the people that we're supposed to be uniting with. And I feel next year is more to do with, well, this is what this dream was saying. After that, it was all about unity and bringing these beautiful soul missions and reasons to be here, bleeding out to more people. So there's groups starting to form. And the old paradigm is shifting with the whole cult, blah, 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 and all of that. That's no longer part of our reality anymore, because we realize the power that we have when we do start trusting ourselves to trust other people. It's nothing to do with trust. It's nothing to do with trusting someone else. Trust is always to do with trusting yourself and your own intuition, your own guidance. So once you get that sorted out, and this is what this whole clearing is happening at the moment, then you'll move into more people that you can, that you know you'll trust, because you trust yourself and the energy of what you're feeling off them. So that was my dream last night. There were some questions asked by Facebook people that I have. There's somebody who said, how do I find my purpose? And to find your purpose, you just need to follow your passions. Your passions could be absolutely anything, and there's no wrong, whether it's logical or whether it's right brain, imagination, intuition. Science based, it doesn't make any difference, because we're bringing the two in and we're uniting them to create something brand new here. So your passion, your desire, what gets you excited? Oh my God, that got me excited. When I first started singing, I was so excited. We're talking years and years ago, when they just started karaoke. I remember the first advertisement on radio saying that karaoke was in the local pub, and I'm like, oh my God, they let you sing, anyone can do it. And I was so excited, and I followed that passion, and I actually have become a singer-songwriter, and in 2000 sang in front of Broncos, blah blah blah. And so I fulfilled my passion in that respect. But then my passion changed, and my passion changed to all of this information that was coming to me via guidance and visions, and being taken to potential new earths and feeling into the feelings, getting all these stories and these amazing stories that I have, of the experiences that I've had happened. And so now my passion is to share all of those stories and share the wisdom that I've had. So that's me following my passion. But your passion could be, creating a brand new kind of vehicle that could, it could be science. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be right-brained or anything, because some of us are holding the pieces of the puzzle to do with the left brain and the logical side. My eldest daughter she's a scientist. She knows where she's going, and she's very self-determined with her wisdom and knowledge. Left brain, logical side. She loved school. Not many people do because there's not much balance, but her mission is to bring in that logical side of herself, where mine is more the intuitive side. So, yeah, follow your purpose, follow your happy space. How can I discern from my ego to channeled messages? So I really thought into this, and ego doubts where channel messages flow. And if sometimes you might get a channel message and then your ego will jump in and it will stop the channel message. But that's okay. Then you'll start to see the difference between. So you'll have that channel message flowing and it's just coming kind of like an observer, and you're listening to it and you learn a lot from it as well. So sometimes I'll channel something and I'll go, what did I say? Oh my God, that's so awesome. And it's kind of like that. And then sometimes if it's my ego, it's very forced and it's very jarred. It's like if I say, trying to help somebody and they just say, this is the way you have to do it. Someone's got a controlling feeling about it. And then, and straight away I will be losing that. I'll lose it. And then I'll think to myself, well, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, I'm trying to control that person and force my will on that person. Or that's more ego feeling, where channel messages flow through you and the wisdom that comes through could be something that's helping them and guiding them, but it's just flowing through you. It feels different. And I also found that if I do get a channel message and my ego's still trying to jump up and down and say what is real and what is not, I will ask for confirmation. So one of the stories I have just recently is I was channeling a hybrid being, and this being is very important to me, and I was thinking, oh my God, is this really happening? And then straight after that I drove my car to a traffic light, and the car I was behind had written on it hybrid, and I'm like, okay, there's my proof. This is for real. This is actually happening, because everything outside of you is you as well. But if you can actually bring it into this reality and show you a sign like that, then hello, yes, this is for real. So that's another good way to realize that you're getting channel messages. Just ask for confirmation. The next question was, how can I raise my vibration? And this person that was asking was also saying, things like, I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to come up with you guys, and how do I do that? Well, the first thing this person needed to do is to release the guilt. There's no way guilt's going to help you at all. You are going to, that's an old program. That's something that they've installed into you to say that worry about everything. If you worry about everything, then, if you really think about this even logically, where does worry take you? Worry takes you to more worry. It doesn't lead you anywhere nice. So let the worry go, because it's self-sabotaging. It's not self-serving at all. That's where the trust can start coming in, because you say to yourself, you know what? It's okay. I feel a bit yucky at the moment. It's okay that I have a bit of a negative mind thought at the moment, or a mind fart, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to learn from that, and I'm going to either clear it, and I clear things by, sometimes I'll give myself 20 minutes or so, or 10 minutes, or whatever I feel, and I go, I'll give you that amount of time. And then if I haven't cleared it by then, I'm moving out of it, and I move into something beautiful and go smell a flower or do something beautiful. And then if it does clear, then, that's great. This energy at this moment is promoting clearing very fast. So this is a great opportunity for you to clear as much crap as possible if things come up and you find yourself feeling like a victim again. and you're like, okay, where's this feeling coming from? I need to shift this ASAP. Give myself 20 minutes. If it doesn't clear, it'll come back up again in another day or two anyway, and you have another opportunity to clear it then. So don't panic if you feel it hasn't cleared, but I wouldn't give myself too much time these days. Like, I wouldn't dwell on things for days anymore. Just give yourself moments, an hour at the most, if you needed to really bawl your eyes out and get it out of your system and stuff like that. Don't give it days, give it moments. The energy will help you at this point to raise your energy anyway. So that's a good way to raise your energies, to clear your stuff, and also to follow your happiness, your passions, your desires, and all of that. It's really important. Now, the activation game I'm going to do today is a telekinesis one. I already have telekinesis. I did years ago when I was practicing. I haven't practiced for ages, but I still wanted to share you guys. I can't show you exactly me doing it today because I'm up high and I need to put it on something low. And even if I lower this, it doesn't work. Great cleavage shot there. So what I'm going to do is I will give you the link to the YouTube that I had before from years ago when I did clear my mind. I will never, ever, ever show you something or tell you something that I haven't done already myself. I always have tried everything that I'm telling you myself. At least have done it once in my lifetime to be able to say, yes, this is real. This is something that can be done. So what I've done, just to show you, is I got a rubber. Could be any shape rubber. This is a nice rectangular one. And I poked a nail into it. So it's just got a nail stabbed into it. And then, so it's kind of like that. You're going to sit it on a bench somewhere. And I created out of a piece of paper, just got like a strip of paper, just chop it off. And then I made a little triangle like that. And I cut down the edge so it's a perfect square. So end up with this perfect square. And then I folded it one way and fold it the other way. So now we've got a little roof. So when we hold that straight, very hard to do this while I'm holding it, excuse me. When you hold it straight like that, well, you're going to put it on a surface, obviously, and then it will balance very easily, but it just won't balance very easily when I've got it not holding it straight. So first of all, I just put it on. If it starts turning like that, then you know that there's a bit of wind somewhere, or it could be my breath as well, but it's very wobbly. What happens is I put my hands around it like this, both hands, and then I clear my mind. I already ask the thing to move, and it's moving now because I'm wobbling. It's not moving because I'm being telekinetic, by the way. But what I did was I asked it to move, and then I let go of that question, and I just trusted that the object knows to move, because remember, everything outside of you is part of you, and there should be no doubt in this. And that's where you want to get to that stage of no doubt. No doubt to the point of, if I grab my cup of coffee, I know I'm going to be able to hold it, and it's not sitting on a surface now. So you say to yourself, oh, yeah, but that's because I've got my hand around my cup of coffee. It's not going to fall. Well, yeah, but that's the kind of no doubt you need, that this object is part of you now, and you've already put it out that it's going to spin on this nail. And then you get to the point in your mind where you're completely clear and you just know it's going to spin. You can't get excited. As soon as I got excited, it stopped. And then as soon as I cleared myself again, it just started turning, rotating. And you also know if it's a breath, it will wobble, like I said before. You can't do your breath for too long anyway. And then you have to take a breath, and then the thing stops and then it wobbles, and you'll see that on the video. But when you're purely in that point of no wind around you or anything like that, and you just sit there still with your mind asking it to move, it will rotate very nicely in a even way. So that's my little game for today, and I'll put that link on for you, and I'll say goodbye, and thank you very much for listening.